It's all becoming clear now.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's React. I'm Kenny and this is Montana.
And today we're going to be reacting to Season 1, Episode 3 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, City of Heresy.
What excited you about the show?
Right, I'm super looking forward to this because I love a good sibling dynamic.
Yes. I'm hoping we get a more positive brother interaction than in Attack on Titan because that was not ideal.
No. I'm super excited to see more of just like the animation in general. I really loved the animation. I'm super curious to see how the ability to like not need the symbols to do alchemy is going to reflect in like battle.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you are excited for this reaction series. I know we are. And check out the Patreon linked in the description below to see episodes 3, 4, 5, and 6 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, which are already posted, linked in the description below, in their extended uncut forms. All right, I think that's about it. Are we excited for Season 1, Episode 3 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.
Dunderheads, this video was brought to you by the incredible members of the Let's React Patreon. If you want access to a ton of exclusive perks, check out the link in the description below. Have a good day, Twinkle.
They can just reassemble things?
It's a miracle. You've been touched by
like
the sun god, just like Father Cornello.
Touched by who now?
It's not a miracle.
Sun god.
It's alchemy.
Oh, so you two are alchemists. Right, I've heard of them. Then maybe you've heard of us. We're the Elric brothers.
The Elric brothers, you say? Wait, I do know.
Can you pause it for a second? I need to like load in my brain for a second.
They drew a symbol and then they used alchemy and it reassembled.
Okay, but he's a metal alchemist.
But that's another thing. He can't just do metal. Full metal refers to his body, that it has an arm and a leg that is metal.
I see.
Alchemy, he can do alchemy on anything.
Alchemy generally, okay.
Here's what Chris told me. A little Chris corner moment here. Everybody can do every kind of alchemy, but in order to do alchemy on something, you have to know the chemical structure of it. So people specialize in certain types of alchemy typically.
Oh.
That's what Chris sort of told me, and my interpretation of it might be wrong in some areas, but he definitely knows what he's talking about. I may have misinterpreted.
Nope, can't say I am. Not really the religious type.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. To know God is to know hope. If we believe in divine grace, then through him all things are possible. If you believed, I'm sure Lito would bless you and make you grow taller.
What's that supposed to mean?
Literally
That's one way to convert people, target their insecurities.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that's possible too?
Yes.
Water 35 liters, carbon 20 kilograms, ammonia 4 liters, lime 1.5 kilograms, phosphorus 800 grams, salt 250 grams, saltpeter 100 grams.
This was his chemical makeup for human transmutation, I
This
think.
represents the complete chemical makeup of the human body for the average adult. It's been calculated to the last microgram, but still, there's never been one reported case of successfully creating a human life. And you're telling me something modern science can't do, you can do with prayer?
Lift thy voice to God, and the prayers of the faithful shall be answered.
Did I mention all those ingredients I read off? Down at the market, a kid could buy every one of them for the spare change in his pocket. As it turns out, humans are pretty cheap.
No, that's blasphemy. We are all children of God, created in his image.
You have to understand, alchemists are scientists. We don't believe in unprovable concepts like creators or gods. We
The split
observe the
screen is
physical
really
laws
cool.
that govern this world to try to learn the truth. It's ironic, really,
The truth.
that through the application of science, we have in many
True
ways
line
been
there.
given the power to play gods ourselves.
So you're putting yourself on the same level as God? That's just sheer arrogance.
I love that they all have that
there's
little
an old
anglerfish
myth about a
situation.
hero who flew on wings made of wax. He thought he could touch the sun, but when he got too close, his wings melted and he came crashing back down to Earth. Right, Al?
Brother.
I'm
Was that an
sorry,
Icarus
miss, this is
reference?
difficult
Yeah.
for me to ask. But do you think your father
But is there
Cornello-
symbolism behind him mentioning Icarus as his brother's face is on there, kind of showing like he kind of did that when he tried to make his mom come back and changed his brother?
Definitely.
But do you think your father Cornello could even save an arrogant scientist like me?
Of course, that's wonderful. If anyone can lead you to the Creator's light, he can.
Father Cornello, there are visitors here who wish to see you. A child and a man wearing a suit of armor. They would only give their names as the Elric brothers.
I can't be bothered now. Just send them away. Wait, the Elrics? You're sure that's what they said? You're positive?
Yes, Father, that's what they call themselves. No mistake.
Damn, then this is a problem. Edward Elric, the Fullmetal Alchemist, has come to call on us.
That's him? The man in the armor?
Just
How do they?
part of the
How long
scene.
has it been since he got
Why would a
started?
State Alchemist be here in Lior?
Yeah, what's the
Surely they
timeline
found
here?
out about our plans.
It's possible this
Plans.
dog's nose is too sharp for his own good.
This way, please. Father Cornello is a busy man, as you can imagine. But you're in luck. He's decided to spare a moment for you.
Yeah, thanks. We understand. We won't take too much of his time.
Good, then it's agreed. We'll make this quick.
Oh, how did he see that before?
Hey, what is this?
I think he
What do
just
you think you're
suspected.
doing?
Rose, these heathens have come to ensnare and discredit
Okay.
the Father. They're evil. This
don't know
is
if I buy
God's
that.
will.
Brother Crane.
Well, like you said, let's make this quick.
Dang.
All right. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting they can use Al's body however they want because he can't really be hurt.
Strike!
Yeah.
What's this commotion? Ah, the Fullmetal Alchemist. Welcome to the home of our sacred order.
Father Cornello.
I must apologize for my disciples' behavior. It would seem they've been misguided.
Okay, let's say I believe you weren't the one guiding them. What next?
Have you come to learn the ways of Leto?
Well, there are a few things I'm curious about, like how you've been using second-rate alchemy to deceive your followers.
My dear boy, I don't know what you mean. What you're doubting I see as alchemy are the miracles of the sun god Leto. Look again. Could mere alchemy create something from nothing in this way?
Yeah,
that's
if
what
you
I
have
didn't
the
get at
ring.
first.
Red equals
How
bad.
can you perform transmutations that ignore the law of equivalent exchange?
As I said, because it isn't alchemy.
Then I started thinking about it. If you'd somehow managed to acquire a certain object to amplify your alchemy, one that's said to make the impossible possible, that would explain everything.
What?
I'm talking about the Philosopher's Stone. Your ring, that's it, isn't it? I've been looking for that.
The ring is just a ring. I am God's humble servant. It is from he alone that I derive my power.
Still trying to sell that line, huh? If that's the way you want to play it, I guess I'll have to come up there and beat some truth
Do you think
out
it's
of
as easy as the ring, or is that a
you really are quite the
misdirection?
incorrigible heathen, aren't you? Rose, dear.
I think the ring like does what they say it does.
That gun there beside you. Pick it up.
Okay.
Now,
hate
child, I
that.
want you to shoot the Fullmetal Alchemist.
No, Mother, I can't do that.
I am the sun god's chosen emissary. My word is the word of Leto
God.
itself. Shoot him, Rose. It's God's will. Why hesitate?
That's
when you lost your
horrifying.
fiancé to that tragic accident last year, who was it that saved you
No.
from the very depths of despair? Have you forgotten?
It was you, Father.
That's right. It was I who took your hand and led you into God's light. And do you recall what it was I promised you?
Oh, it is.
Right.
Damn it, I'm the Fullmetal Alchemist! It's not him! It's me!
It's the short one. You're kidding.
Oh, but it's metal.
I
Or wait,
can't-
is that how it works?
I don't have any.
So if someone fired a gun, a bullet is careening towards a Fullmetal Alchemist. It's a metal bullet. They couldn't just like turn it into air.
I'm not sure. We don't know this.
That no, okay, yeah, no, totally
but
fair.
what I will
Okay,
say
then
is
general question.
the escaped guy, the guy in the first episode who was trying to leave, he had to fall onto some water in order to make that steam explosion to get away, which
Okay.
means he had to touch it, which
Okay.
makes me think your hands kind of guide it.
That makes sense. Follow up for my bullet question. How fast is it? Is it something where you could potentially be shot and then the second the bullet touches your body, you transform it so it doesn't actually hurt you?
Maybe.
Or just
We'll
like
have to
barely
see.
grazes the skin?
I feel like there's
You
going to
know?
be a lot explored. Could be possible.
Totally.
I have to do this. I don't have any choice.
He's been lying to you, Rose.
You're wrong. I've seen his miracles. Father Cornello will bring him back to life. I have faith.
Fine, then shoot.
Oh,
Ow!
but that's
Good.
like
God be to
fine,
his
right?
praise.
Like
You have
he's
done well, my
okay.
child. Now
Yeah.
pick up the gun and shoot the other as well.
Haven't you made her do enough already?
Your head. I
Heresy.
Don't worry about it, he's pretty solid.
Yeah, see?
I mean, I feel like
That's
that's
funny.
we've been
Yeah.
okay. So this might
I've
be a
been
new counter.
waiting.
We're trying. So the big meme, from Fullmetal Alchemist, it's like Fullmetal Alchemist. Fullmetal Alchemist. The first time we heard one of those, I was like, that kind of sounds like it. So I feel like we're going to discover some more memes too.
Why don't you come down here and try me? I'll show you real quick
God, I'm
who the
loving
novice
this.
is.
Rose, this is the price of their sin. These fools attempted human transmutation, the greatest taboo for any alchemist. In their arrogance, they tried to bring someone dead back to life.
He thought he could touch the sun, but when he got too close, his wings melted and he came crashing back down.
Ironic
to
that's
Earth.
the sun god.
Yeah.
So this is the great Fullmetal alchemist Edward Elric. Not even half a man. Hell, not even half a boy!
And what are you? You're just a phony that can't do anything without a Philosopher's Stone!
Father, we just want you to hand over the stone before you get hurt.
So it could hurt
Don't
him.
be absurd. Why? So you could use it for yourself?
Worth exchange. The price of even a failed human transmutation was enormous. It cost my brother his left leg, and it cost me my whole body. Do you see it? My brother drew that with his own blood. His leg had been taken. He was bleeding. I can't imagine the pain he was in. But through all that, he still gave up his right arm to transmute my soul and bonded me to this suit of armor.
He said he could do what he promised me. Just because you and your brother failed, that doesn't mean... It doesn't mean he will!
There you are, you infernal brat!
Look, can we just cut the crap and talk here?
What a
All
weird
I want are some
insult.
straight answers about the stone. Tell me what I need to know and I'll be on my way. Or we could get the military involved.
Ask your questions.
You could do anything with the Philosopher's Stone, right? So why waste all that power performing phony miracles?
Because with each miracle, I can attract new believers to the Order. Believers who would lay down their lives for my sake. I'm slowly building an army, a legion of holy warriors unafraid to die. In a few more years, I'll be
He's
ready to
not
unleash
impressed.
this mindless horde upon the world. And I'll use the Philosopher's Stone to tear this country apart.
When did
Who
this
knows?
come
I
out?
might even carve out a slice for you.
This came out a while ago.
Wow.
I look it up. Apparently this is an extremely political show. Way more so than Attack on Titan.
Very cool.
Right. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood came out in 2009.
Okay. But like not within the last 3 years. Wow.
The
Yeah.
stone. It's supposed to be perfect material. How did it just break like that?
I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Spare me, please. I was wrong. Please, I beg you.
It's a damn fake.
Please don't. I'm helpless without the stone. Spare me, please.
If it was a fake, how is he
Through
doing all
this,
that stuff?
Risked our lives for this one possible chance. And it's a fake?
How can it be a fake?
Yeah.
What about
Like if
me?
it's fake and it works, it's not fake.
I don't care what you do, just get out of here!
I think maybe there's like off-brand versions that give you it temporarily, but once you use it enough, it breaks. But there's like maybe one pure Philosopher's Stone.
Okay.
Because it was doing something.
Right? Yeah, like there was definitely...
It's almost like in My Hero Academia, there's a drug that makes your quirk, which is like your superpower, a lot more overpowered for like an hour.
Yeah.
And then there's also a version that does it forever, and they're entirely different things. And I feel like it might be a similar thing where it's like there's, that we can get the offshoots, but that's not enough for human transmutation.
See, I was going to make the polyjuice potion versus just transfiguring yourself into another person.
Yeah, exactly.
Like one is like a permanent change of everything, and one is just like gives you the look of it for a little bit.
Absolutely. You simp for 2 fucking seconds. Okay.
I see, so Isaac's dead.
We don't know her
Yeah.
name, but we've seen...
I want to know more about her.
We know that the character Asami from Legend of Korra was actually based off this character, so if that's any indication,
Love that already.
buckle up. Montana's about to be pretty obsessed with this character. We shall see.
You're predicting it.
I'm predicting it for sure. She said father won't be pleased.
Yeah.
You okay?
Oh,
Looks like Samson.
that's a cute pup.
Nina, this is why I told you to keep the dog tied up.
All right. That was episode 3 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. What are your first thoughts?
So good. I'm really, really excited to keep watching. I'm really looking forward to getting more information on the Philosopher's Stone situation.
Yeah.
Like everything about it, how many there are, how common it is, and how much it's going to be like impacting their mission going forward.
And I'm wondering with the phony one, like, is there a version where you can use the Philosopher's Stone for a little bit? Both times it stopped working once the enemy had been defeated. So is it like a life force thing? I don't know. And also I'm wondering about those characters at the end, Gluttony, and I don't know what that other character was, but they had that symbol, and also they said Father won't be pleased, which makes you think they have some overlord. Seems to be some sort of issue there.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see what happens next. If you are excited to see episode 4 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. It'll be coming out this Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But if you can't wait and want to see episodes 4, 5, 6, they are all posted to the Patreon linked in the description below, where you can watch them now in their extended uncut forms. All right, we have a lot to discuss, but before we do that, where are we headed?
All right, let's go to the episode verdict.
All right. Thank you for watching. For now, we're going to go to questions given to us by our amazing Patreon members. If you want to ask us questions after every episode, check out the link in the description below and join the community of well over 2,000 on there and start asking. For now, let's go to question 1. Question 1. SDH asks, given Ed's conversation with Rose this episode, what do you think of Ed's I place no value in faith/religion? I believe science is absolute philosophy. And how do you think it'll inform his decisions moving forward?
Okay, I feel like this is like less about the show and just more about like my philosophy in general. Like personally, I believe that science is absolute. I'm not a religious person. However, I do acknowledge that there are instances in which science doesn't match the reality of what happens. And I do think that there is a explanation somewhere in science that hasn't been discovered yet for cases like that. But some people quantify that as their religion. So in that sense, I don't think science is absolute because science is always developing, but I definitely fall on the scientific side of things.
But there's one issue with that. He met God. What does he think happened then? Is he forgetting about that experience? If he's this science is absolute thing, did that scare him and he no longer wants to be a part of it? Does he think it's a part of science? Like, I'm wondering how you can be like, there's no God or greater power when his leg and arm got taken by somebody.
I guess that's more of like the alchemy orchestrator. Like, that's like the person who controls alchemy, not like an all-knowing, all-powerful being.
I get that, but like, still a God. Showed him all of knowledge. I don't know. I feel like it represents a bit of denial in Ed a little bit, that he's kind of like not fully looking into that past experience. Fascinating stuff.
It is. All right, Shane Gilroy asks, given what you've learned about alchemy so far and what you've seen to be possible, what specialized alchemy would each of you want? No wrong answers, get creative.
That's interesting. I don't know. It really depends. Like, I think what we've realized is that people specialize in a certain kind of alchemy.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's mainly on the basis of people who have draw transmutation circles. They probably have to focus on that specific field, and by extension, somebody who doesn't have to draw them maybe is more versatile, like the Fullmetal Alchemist. But as for which one I would specialize in, I feel like, I don't know, maybe earth alchemy or tech alchemy. I don't know. I don't know how it works, honestly.
Yeah.
But I mean, a guy made a gun out of alchemy. So like that makes me think that there's some sort of mechanical component to it. And they fixed a clock. So
I thought that was just metal, not the clock.
I think all machines are metal, but like being able to work with machines and fix them, I feel like would be a cool kind of alchemy.
I feel like that would fall under the category of metal alchemy.
That's where I disagree. I think that you have to know the exact makeup of whatever it is you're doing alchemy on. So in order to make a machine work, I think you have to understand how it works. I think there's probably alchemy engineers. What would you say your alchemy specialization would be?
Probably plants. I feel like that would be super cool.
Ooh.
To be able to like grow and move plants, like Perfuma vibes.
Yes. Let's go to our final question. Oh, and then I wanted to ask a question. What was your favorite usage of alchemy in this episode?
I think putting a broken thing back together is awesome.
I think that was really cool. I mean, the concept of the Philosopher's Stone, just being able to make anything your mind, I think making a chimera, that was kind of cool. My favorite detail was that every time an object's been made, you can see where the object was taken from.
Like where the volume is
and
gone
it's like,
around it, and it like pulled from somewhere.
Yeah, bending is like fire. You can control fire, water. I feel like, sure, it's a bit more complicated here, but the logic is a bit more sound. Being able to see the real life, like, this is an object I made, but it took from another object, like seeing the law of equivalent exchange in action with everything. Like it's a level of detail I didn't expect, and it's really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, I think that's about it for this episode. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you're excited for episode 4 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, coming this Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait, I want to watch that episode along with several other episodes ahead now. These episodes are already posted to the Patreon linked in the description below. All right, are we excited for episode 4 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood?
Can't wait.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.